Shame is not simply an emotion. It is a form of social execution. When someone attempts to shame you in public, they are not merely insulting you. They are attempting to destroy your identity. You know the feeling, the heat slowly rising up your neck, the sudden silence that falls over the room, the strange sensation that you have suddenly become very small while everyone else seems enormous. Your instincts immediately scream for you to defend yourself, to explain, to fight back, or even worse, to apologize. But here is the brutal truth that most people will never understand. The moment you react, you lose. The moment you try to prove that you are not what they claim you are, you have already accepted their frame. You have stepped into their game. You are dancing to their music. But what if you didn't? What if there were a way to take that burning, heavy energy of shame and, with a single psychological shift, turn it back onto them? Not by shouting, not by arguing, but by doing something so unexpected, so precise, that it leaves them exposed, uncomfortable, and wishing they had never opened their mouth. There is a method to this, a dark psychological reversal that has been used by strategic leaders for centuries. And once you learn it, the sting of shame disappears. Instead of pain, you feel power. Most people believe the opposite of shame is pride. They are mistaken. The true opposite of shame is indifference. But reaching real indifference, the kind that freezes an entire room, requires you to destroy the part of yourself that constantly seeks validation. In the next 30 minutes, we are going to perform surgery on your social instincts. I will show you how to dismantle someone who attacks you, not with insults, but with presence. We will explore techniques like the gray rock inversion, the mirror of silence, and the dead star method. By the end of this video, you will not only understand how to handle disrespect, you will almost welcome it, because you will see it for what it truly is, an opportunity to display dominance. But be warned, this knowledge is not designed for the kind-hearted. It is for the strategic. Once you see the strings behind social manipulation, you can never go back to being a puppet. Phase 1. The anatomy of the kill. Before you can control the situation socially, you must understand what is happening inside your body biologically. When someone shames you, why are you wearing that? Or did you really just say that? Or everyone here knows you're lying. Your amygdala immediately hijacks your brain. It interprets the moment as a threat to your survival. In ancient tribal societies, shame meant exile, and exile meant death. So your body prepares itself to fight or flee. This is exactly where you lose. Because in modern social hierarchies, the person who reacts is a person who loses. The person shaming you understands this instinctively. They are counting on your biology to betray you. They want you to get angry. They want you to stutter. They want you to look down at the floor. They are directing a social performance, and they have just cast you as a fool. If you follow your instincts, you will play that role perfectly. But the strategic mind does not follow instinct. It overrides it. The first step to defeating someone who shames you is realizing something important. Their attack has nothing to do with you. Nothing. Shame is projection. People attempt to shame others only when they feel threatened in the social hierarchy. A confident, fulfilled, powerful person does not need to make others feel small. Only a desperate person does. When someone attacks you, they are exposing their own insecurity. They are revealing that they see you as a threat that must be neutralized. Think about that carefully. They are either afraid of you, jealous of you, or simply empty and bored, using your discomfort as emotional fuel. Once you recognize their attack not as a judgment of your worth, but as evidence of their weakness, the heat in your neck disappears. You stop being the victim. You become the observer, and the observer is the most dangerous person in the room. Phase 2. The void. Now let's talk about the pause. Most people cannot tolerate silence. When an insult lands, it creates a vacuum in the conversation. Human beings are wired to fill that vacuum. We laugh nervously. We respond quickly. We defend ourselves. We rush to close the gap because the silence feels threatening. But for the strategic mind, the gap is not a danger. The gap is a weapon. The most devastating response when someone attempts to humiliate you is to do absolutely nothing. Not the silence of a coward who is afraid to speak, but the silence of a predator deciding whether the prey is even worth the effort. Here is a technique. They deliver the insult. You do not blink. You do not look away. You do not smile. You do not frown. You remain completely still. You look directly into their eyes, not with anger, Anger shows they have hurt you, but with a flat, calm, almost clinical stare. Then silently count to 3 in your mind. 1, 2, 3. In those 3 seconds, the entire dynamic of the room begins to shift. Everyone watching is waiting for your reaction. When it never comes, their attention shifts back to the attacker. The attacker expected resistance. When they encounter nothing but silence, they become uncertain. Did he hear me? Does he not care? Is he crazy? The silence stretches. It grows heavier. It becomes uncomfortable. But it is not your discomfort. It becomes theirs. You refuse to pick up the burden they threw at you, so it falls back at their feet. By doing nothing, you force them to sit inside the ugliness of their own behavior. You amplify their disrespect until everyone else in the room hears it clearly. This is called the void. You become a black hole. You absorb their energy and give nothing back. And inside that silence, their power slowly disappears. They might try to recover. They might say, "Relax, I'm just joking." "Oh, what? Got your tongue." This is a final gasp of their dominance. They are panicking. They are trying to repair the frame you just broke with silence. Do not help them. Let them struggle. Phase 3, psychological judo. After the silence has done its work and they begin to feel uncomfortable, you can speak. But you do not defend yourself. Defense is an admission of guilt. If someone accuses you of being a thief and you immediately shout, "I'm not a thief," you have already linked yourself with the accusation in the minds of everyone listening. You are debating your innocence. Kings do not debate their innocence with peasants. Instead, you use psychological judo. You take the energy they threw at you and redirect it. You treat their insult not as a fact but as behavior. You analyze them. You respond the way a calm psychologist might respond to a patient having an emotional outburst. They say, "Wow, you really messed that up." The normal response would be defensive, but the strategic response is different. You pause, tilt your head slightly, look at them with calm curiosity, and say something simple like, "Are you okay?" "Oh, you seem really upset about this." Or even colder, "That was a strange thing to say out loud." Now the conversation has shifted. We are no longer discussing your mistake. We are discussing their emotional reaction. You have framed yourself as calm and rational, and you have framed them as emotional and unstable. This is called frame inversion. You turn the microscope around. Now they are under the light. They must explain themselves. And remember, the person explaining is losing.